What's good, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. I am your host, Capri, and in today's video, ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to show two perfect examples of how Black American women do not appreciate Black American men who are hardworking, who will make usually good husbands, good fathers, for the most part, good providers. When it all comes down to it, and in a nutshell, Black men who are hardworking providers, how they don't appreciate those types of men whatsoever. To prove my theory, I'm going to show you two, once again, different clips, one on behalf of IG, aka Instagram, and then the other on behalf of TikTok. Without further ado, here they are. Let me adjust the volume.
Like, you got me cooking and cleaning. When I was with him, I didn't have to worry about all this. I didn't we had maids. He paid my bills. I didn't have to cook. I didn't have to clean. I had to do none of this.
Just because I'm asking you to cook? Like, come on, bro. Seriously?
You asking me to do too much. And when I was with him, all I had to do was look cute and sit pretty and work out and do whatever I had to do. Like,
baby, look at this laundry room.
We had maids.
Look. You get mad at me, I should be mad at you.
I told you I didn't know how to cook, so this is what
seriously?
You know, like, this is what you asked for, and this is what you got.
Look at this rice pot.
No way.
Look at it.
Yeah.
Cooking rice in a pot.
So like, hey, we ain't got no kids together. I can leave you whenever I want. We ain't married or nothing.
Any Black person that's watching this live right now, look what I gotta eat, bro.
You
this girl making black bean, cauliflower tacos. At this point, you can go. You can't even cook. Like, what is this?
You haven't even tasted it.
I don't care what state you're from, Florida, Louisiana, Georgia, Texas. I don't care who you is. Boy, ain't nobody want that.
But when I got with you, everything just changed. Just gonna wait for him.
Yeah, we sure is gonna wait for him.
With the door open, huh?
Once I see you get in that car, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I ain't gonna lie. Say that again.
I don't want to go back to my baby.
Now let me stop sharing this here Instagram window so I can show you the other clip. Go back to StreamYard so I can start back to sharing all over again, everybody. Now brace yourselves for this here clip as well. And I just wanted to let you know beforehand, ladies and gentlemen, how this guy, who happens to be a good man, especially judging from him working upwards to 13 hours prior to coming home, because there are some men who don't even want to work an 8-hour job, much less a part-time job. But this man, after working 13 hours, ladies and gentlemen, came home only for his wife or lady, whatever she is to him, to not have any food prepared for him. Anyways, let me just go ahead and roll the clip.
So you mean to tell me I just pulled a 13-hour shift and I ain't got no food to come home to? Huh?
Why didn't you get something on your way home? Why you always recording for your raggedy cousin?
Look, I just pulled a 13-hour shift. You being my wife, I pay all the bills in here.
All the dishes clean, your clothes clean. Why? What?
You don't fix me no lunch for my job. You eating? You work from home.
Okay,
I can't come home to a full course meal.
This is leftover that I had from last night.
But I'm saying I can't come home to a full course meal. What we married for? What we married for?
I'm not your mama. I'm your wife. Your dishes clean, your clothes clean. You always got them clean clothes when you go to work, don't you? Can you stop recording me?
I can't come home to a full course meal. Working all these long goddamn hours, I can't come on to a full course meal? Huh? I just knew I was gonna come home and have some food on the goddamn stove. And now you playing, man. You playing. You playing.
On your way home.
Well, you playing. What the hell we get married for? You've been doing it for like 2 or 3 months, man. What is it? I can't get no food when I come to the house.
Now, let me stop sharing this because that's pretty much the rest of the video in its entirety. Anyways, and after this here woman in the last clip happened to have the nerve and audacity to tell her man how she wasn't his mama. See, this is one of the main issues we have to deal with, men, anytime we may be in long-term relationships with women, especially once we are married, and as a result of marrying, we usually share our home with the woman who we usually may marry, and in some instances even have kids with. Anytime she may be a woman who doesn't believe in doing traditional chores around the house, such as washing dishes, cooking, even going as far as sewing, because you have women in their 20s, 30s, 40s, some even older than that, who never ever have sewn a piece of clothing at all. Although some of them grew up in homes where they may have been around either mothers, aunties, grandmothers who made a habit out of sewing and happen to be master seamstresses. I believe that's what you call people who, well, females, I don't know about the men who know how to sew good, a few that do, but when women, you call it, if I'm not mistaken, seamstresses that are expert sewers or experts at sewing. And there are also some who never ever, who may have grown up in a household where they mamas cooked the whole time, cooked full course meals, not just meals out the box, but meals from scratch, but never ever thought enough to pay close attention as little girls to see their mamas, pay close attention to their mamas, how good their mamas was in cooking, just so they could be able to know how it was once they were to get a man, meet a man who they may have formed a long-term relationship with, and in some cases may have married and have kids with. Some of these same women who grew up in homes where they were exposed to looking at their either their mothers, their aunts, grandmothers, in some instances great-grandmothers for some of them who were lucky enough to still have their great-grandmothers around who knew how to cook practically any kind of meal from scratch. These are the same types of women who look at these types of doing these types of things nowadays in today's modern society. It's old-fashioned. It's also corny, lame. These are the types of females, once again, in the 20, 30, 40s age bracket, and in some cases even older, who make a habit out of going to restaurants, to dine in restaurants to eat, instead of them cooking full course meals for their men, especially their husbands. And for some of the, even worse, for some of the women, this is gonna have some of the women with husbands and kids who still don't believe in cooking for their man, still don't believe in doing laundry, still don't believe in sewing. Anytime that children may need some clothing that may need to be sewn, or that man may need some sewing, some clothing that may need to be sewn. Instead, they rather would find a local seamstress. These are the same types of women who don't believe in washing dishes around the house. All they know about most modern day women, and especially when it comes to the 20 and 30 something year old age demographic of women, black women, all they know about is always looking good, dressing to the nines, so to speak. And for them to have kids, all they know is having their kids always fresh, in the freshest designer clothing, the freshest J's, aka Jordans. All they also know about it is watching the newest episode of the latest and most trendiest reality TV show, whether it may be either Real Housewives, basketball wives, love and hip hop. These are the same types of women who know about anything that pertains to the most latest trends, the most latest celebrity gossip. They make a habit out of tuning in for the latest celebrity gossip on a regular basis. And not that, and once again, watching the latest episode of either Love and Hip Hop, Real Housewives, basketball wives, shows of that nature. If not that, they're always on social media trying to post and provocative pics. And I'm talking about women in some cases with not only husbands, but kids as well. They always make a habit out of texting their girlfriends, what it may be on behalf of a complaint they may want to text their girlfriends about, or female friends about, or some other kind of matter. If not that, they're always talking on the phone to one of their home girls, or in some instances trying to hook up with some random man other than their husbands or their main guys, who they may have met off a social media app, instead of always trying to cook a meal, a 3-course meal for either their husbands, their main guy, what I mean by that, their long-term living boyfriend, or their kids. These types of women look at doing those kinds of things as old-fashioned, as things that much older women that are in their 50s and older should know how to do. I'm telling you, social media has really taken this turn for the worst in relationships. One of the main reasons why so many modern day black women feel so entitled, to the extent whereas they feel like they don't have to cook, clean around the house, don't have to sew for them, either their man or their kids, or even do laundry. They are that entitled. All they think about, once again, is always looking their best, having the freshest and most trendiest hairstyles, always in being in nail salons and having their nails on fleek. If not that, used to having some of the trendiest and freshest outfits or shoes. If not that, the most freshest, the most trendiest designer bags. Anyways, you guys have a good one, and you be blessed out there. Goodbye.